G'day all and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to get this fender cleaned up. We're going to be painting this as well, so we got to get that prepped. And within luck, our gaskets will turn up for our rocker box, and from there we'll be able to reinstall the back end to the front. So the fender, rear sissy bar, redo all the lights, get that gasket fixed up, as well as put the new tank and risers on. And fingers crossed, we'll have it done by the end of this episode. Now this is the original fender. Usually they're a little bit more extended in the rear, but I've chopped that off as it was all smashed in when I purchased it many years ago. So I ended up just lobbing off the back and it gives it a pretty good look. But overall it's not in too bad condition. It is 30 years old, and that's what's good about my painting skills, because it's not going to look any better, just a different color. So let's get some paint on this and get it fitted back up. Alrighty, it's a new day. You would have seen me up late last night throwing down a few coats on the fender. That is because the next few days is absolute downpour. So I still might hit it with some sandpaper and give it a buff over the next day or two as we wait for gaskets and everything for the engine to come in. So I've called up Laurie at USA Motorcycles. He's putting together a whole bunch of stuff for me. So fingers crossed we can have that as soon as possible. So for now, we should be pretty much ready to roll with getting the risers and handlebars on. So let's rip in. And while I'm thinking about, guys, don't forget our Father's Day sale is still on for another week and a half or so. Pick yourself up stubby holder, caps, vests, apparel, gloves, because everything is up to 50% off. Now also, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but we had a charging issue on the bike. Our voltage regulator was missing a bolt, and then our top one was completely loose. So this wasn't ground where it needs to be ground to the actual bike to basically operate. So fingers crossed we can bolt this back up and we would no longer have any charging issues. So that's a win for me. It means we don't have to pull all the primary off and do all, it could have been a lot worse. So very thankful for that, but I don't think I've mentioned that yet. All right, so we got the bars on, we got the speedo on. Now it's time to chuck all the controls and all the rest of it on. So we'll slide them on, and we're going to run them all down through this hole here as well. Oh, I've just seen the angle from the front. Ooh, how good's that look? Looking forward to this. Just dug through the box of chemicals and I've come across this Total Wax Color Magic new formula, which I'm sure was new 20 years ago when this was purchased. So I'm going to hit it with this and see how we go. And she's all done now. Might be a little bit hard to see on camera, but my below average painting skills have pretty much been perfect for this old tank. So it's in pretty good condition, but it's not perfect. And that's exactly what this fender is. So pretty happy with that. Now we should be at a point now where we can start to get all this reassembled. At least the back section and the front anyway. We're still waiting on the gasket for here, but we should be able to move forward from the back to the front. Yes, we're out and about at the moment, and I've just got the phone call from Laurie at USA Motorcycles saying our gaskets are in. So while I'm out and about, I'm gonna go pick them up, and hopefully we can pick up a few extra goodies as well while we're there. All right, now I don't have the camera gear in, so I'm filming on the phone. So if it doesn't look absolute dog shit, we might get a bit more behind the scenes moving forward. But I've just pulled up to USA Motorcycles, and let's go see what we can get. Alrighty, just like that, we've picked up our gaskets. I also picked up a few little goodies as well, including some indicators because I think mine are pretty thrashed. If you are in need of any parts or servicing, definitely pop in and see Laurie at USA Motorcycles. We're going to get back, start tearing into this motor, and fingers crossed, all goes well. Now that we've picked up the gaskets for the rocker box, it's time to rip these covers off. So you do need a special tool from Harley Davidson that costs $250. $6 Allen key, we're gonna cut it up and hopefully that gets us through. And we don't have much time left. So let's get stuck in and see how far we get. Okay, so I've just gone and pulled the spark plugs out, and what we're going to do now is chuck it in second gear, rotate the wheel because we want these lifters all the way down. All right, so I've just got that rocker box taken out. And as you can see, the gasket is absolutely cooked. So 99% sure that's where our oil leak was coming from. And then down onto the exhaust and why it's smoked up pretty much every single ride. So trying to get a torque wrench, which is so much more bulky in all that. And now I know Harley Davidson has special tools to do all that. We're not a Harley dealership, but we're going to get as far as we can and do what we can and just hope for the best. So I'm going to get scraping all this off and see how far we get.
2 hours later.
I've got all these bolts torqued down now and got the gasket placed on. So you got one gasket here and also here. And then I've also got a gasket underneath this section here as well. So I've got a few more gaskets that I've got to put in and then I'll just keep stacking it up. Oof, look at that. Okay, so I pushed on again through the night, got a bunch of that wiring done and also something we got stuck on with the gaskets for this cover. So I was able to soak them and get them off, and that took the better half of probably 2 or 3 hours just to remove those gaskets. So another thing I had done, Laurie at USA Motorcycles was able to retap our bolts for the indicators, and that should hopefully, with luck, be basically everything we got caught up on. We should be able to push through and get this bike done for the weekend. So fingers crossed and let's kick on. Something I also had to do was reroute some of these hoses for the fuel tank. Not a major issue. The tank wasn't made for this bike, so we had to move a few things around. So hopefully we're gonna have this bike buttoned up by the end of the day. So let's pray. So that's the motor knocked over now. Now it's time to move on to the back section. So I'm interested to see how this all looks coming together because the sissy bar and seat haven't been on for a while now. I just remembered all the wiring that I need to do this back end, so I'm going to time lapse. Well, I squeeze the next 3 hours into 15 seconds. Go and follow our Facebook and Instagram where I post future events, social rides and content daily, including this sporty build where you can see it being pulled down and rebuilt in real time. All right, moment of truth. I've just done all the wiring to the front end. The back still needs to be done. But I just want to double check all this before I solder it. I'm nervous. Okay, that's a good start. No way. Shit. We're on. All right, that's one milestone. I don't want to feel like I'm jumping the gun here, but I think I'm almost ready to put the tank on. So I've just soldered up all these wires. These are all going to get tucked under the tank. I've still got a little bit of wiring to do with this back section and tighten that sissy bar up. I think we're ready to put the tank on. This is like putting the star on the Christmas tree at Christmas. I'm going to look over this for a little bit longer just to make sure I'm not jumping the gun here. But hopefully in the next scene, you'll see me setting up and going for the tank. All right, I can't believe we're finally at this step, but I'm going to have a play around here for a little bit. And then we'll start to see what the bike's going to look like. We've got a little bit further to go, but hopefully with a little bit more wiggling, kind of feels like we're hitting on something. To be continued. Kind of feels like we're getting hung up. It could be the where the wires connect underneath. It may be sitting on the piss a bit and lifting the tank up. But hopefully with a little bit of wriggling, she won't be too far. All right, we're a step closer. I was able to get this tank buttoned up. And I just went and made up a few leather washers there. If you need some yourself, you can find them on the website. But she's looking beautiful. Look at that. Loving how she looks from the front. So now we got all that dialed in. I'll be moving to the back and finishing off all this wiring. And then with luck, that might be the last step, and then we can kick it in the guts and just see how we go. I've just about finished up this arse end of the bike, or the electrical side of it. So now I'm going to chuck the battery in. Then we can go and tighten up this sissy bar, do a full nut and bolt check, chuck some fuel in, and then fingers crossed she starts. I'm not even kidding. Putting this battery back in has been the part of the build that I've been dreading the most. It's in a dog of a spot. That's on the piss for sure. Just go. Yes. Yes. All right, we're one step closer. All right, now we've got all that back button up. Now I've just got to hook up all the suspension, drop it down off the jacks, give it a nut and bolt check. I think we're ready to fire it up. Damn, that looks sick. Just gonna enjoy it before I try and kick it over in case it has issues. So I'm just gonna enjoy this moment for a minute. I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but I am absolutely wrecked. It's been a big few days on this overhaul. Not only trying to get this put back together, but also try and make a handful of tool rolls and products for this weekend's event. So it's Thursday afternoon, jobber nights tomorrow, as well as setting up this shop. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this moment for a little bit. In the next video, we'll see if this thing actually kicks over. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see you on the next one. Ah.